Hey guys, what's up? What's going on? It's Terrell Jackson, and this is Inspired Progress. Not just man inspiration, but divine inspiration from the Creator through me to you in hopes to inspire you to live the best life you can live as the version of yourself that you were divinely created to do. Now, with that being said, today I am going to come to you real quick and proper like, and we are just going to talk about the fear of disapproval, right? Now, here's the thing. When we talk about fear, it's not about what we most of the time understand as it relates to the word fear. This is a different type of fear. This is a fear that creeps into your interactions without a name. This is a type of fear that finds itself into your thought patterns without announcing itself. This is a type of fear that is in the environment, ready to be accepted by any and every vulnerable, hesitant person. And these are the bad habits of fear. And it's once been said that bad habits can be chains that are too light to be felt until they're too heavy to be broken. But that's not you. That's not you. That's why we're here right now. That's why we're here right now. Because the fear of disapproval hides itself, and I want to call it out right now, and I want us to be able to address it, and I want to give you a few points before I let you go so that you can move throughout life more freely, more confidently, and overcoming the hurdles of hidden fears in the form of fear of disapproval, right? So understand that the fear of disapproval can come from external forces, where you come from, what your culture is, what your religion is, what your background educationally is, what your height is, what your weight is, what your so-called nationality or color is, what your skill level is, what your education level is. You know, these are external forces that we often have to get approval from, or think that we have to get approval from before we move forward. Let me give you an example. Well, why do you want to go out there and be wealthy? No one in your family has. That's an outside external force threatening to disapprove of what you set out to do. And just like I said, that's not a person that you're up against. That's a way of life. That's a historical context of habits that have been passed down. And only when you start to want to move past that do these things surface as the tendency to need approval. What do I mean need approval? It's not that you're going and asking every member in your family or every person that's still living in your lineage, is it okay to aspire to do what you want to do? It's more like you're worrying about what the negative reaction of multiple people would even be. And that's what I mean, the hidden fear, and that's how I mean it can sneak its way into your interactions. Now, some internal factors are up to us, right? They're up to us. Sometimes we have thoughts that they're externally created one way, but based on how we think, they're internally processed in an entirely different way. Because, once again, something like the fear of disapproval may have crept into our mentality. Let me give you an example. You want to start a business. Someone comes up to you and says, why do you want to start that business? They asked you the question, why do you want to start that business? But as it starts as a question, in your mind, you start to process, what do they mean? And it connects with something inside of you that may have already been doubting yourself and worried about what other people might say. So that communication in turn becomes, you don't need to start a business. You're not smart enough. You don't know the right people. No one has ever done it. Who do you think you are? Do you think you're smarter than me? Do you think you're any different to where you're gonna succeed and most people fail? They didn't say those words, but because we may be dealing with a fear of disapproval, they process totally different than what they first initiated as. A question turned into a very, very negative, anxious cycle based on something that's already in here. But there is hope. We can't get over that. And that's what I'm exploring in this latest session. If you want the rest of it, and you want some solutions, and you want some stories, and you want the entire session, go to the page. Inspire Progress 111 on YouTube and see the full video. That being said, y'all have a nice day, and don't let the fear of what could be in a negative way stop you from moving toward it. Because the only way you're going to find out and make it a reality, if it's possible, is to move beyond those fears and move beyond the possibility of rejection and find out for yourself. And I know you can do it. I know you can do it, because beyond your fears is who you want to be. Have a nice day.